Hello everyone, welcome back to Dudimoney's forecast on forex. Uh, today is going to be a holiday. Australian dollar, US sterling pound, euro. So the market will be quite slow moving. I would say like very limited trading, but still we take this opportunity to take a look at the forecast for the coming weeks, this week especially. And I'm expecting that there is some movement in the major pairs, because we have a FO federal meeting this week, FOMC meeting, as well as some of the key data coming out of Euro and from Bank of England. So what we expect, whether it's going to be a dollar bullish or a dollar bearish, because dollar has been plummeted to the lowest since, if you see this one. Okay, this one is the dollar index, and I have plotted 1 year chart here, a daily chart for 1 year. If you see that the dollar index as its lowest, so currently it is at 74.18, and actually it was 73.85 on the last Thursday. And because before the market closed, I mean, dollar tried to bounce back, and today it's slightly bounced back, well above 74, and it's just trying to make its move up. And currently we're going to talk about dollar Swiss, because this is the pair which I'm long since a month or so, and I have distributed my positions actually from all the way from 90s to 80s. So I'm looking for this pair very keenly. And then if you see this one, the technical chart, and I have put plotted this for 1 year, and if you see, I have put two indicators here. One is the Bollinger Band, which I really trust and really have very much, I get a lot of confirmation from this Bollinger Band, as well as I go along with RSI. So if you see this one here, the pair is in, I think if you take a look at my previous video on dollar Swiss, I talked the same actually, because we're still looking for a confirmation of a bullish reversal in US dollar. So when it does happen, it's gonna be brutal, because Swiss, though, is considered as a safe haven recently, but it is not really the safe haven currency. Safe haven currency is like global funding currency. What is that? It's US dollar. So when the real reversal happens, okay, and I think the reversal is there in the corners now, and if at all when it happens, it's gonna shoot up all the way. I would see this level, okay, 1.2. okay, whenever the reversal happens, we're gonna reach beyond this level. So let's not talk about that now. Let's talk about the recent near approximities. What is there for us? Okay, so if you see the chart carefully, the candles, okay, they're trading at the lower band. Okay, so whenever it happened, if you see, there was a reversal. I'm not talking about the big reversal. I'm talking about a correction here. Okay, so the correction was like 500 pips in this case. Here also 500 pips, almost like here maybe 400 pips. So there was a correction. So what I would expect is now again the same, actually, correction, and then you try to break even, and then you come back and then buy again when the pair moves down. Make sure that you keep half of your position open, so that you can you don't miss the train. Okay, so what I think is that since RSI is at the lowest, 31.76, considered to be oversold. Okay, anything near that 30 level, okay, 31 is considered to be oversold. And if you see this here, I mean, so that there are instances that RSI has gone well below 30. So it might test this again. Okay, it might test this again, and before it bounced back. I certainly believe that if at all this has to happen, then the price level is 85 guys. So 85 can't be ruled out, because I think I can see that, because the Bollinger Band is widening here. So if at all it widens for the next 2 days, then you guys I mean, for the support to be seen, you can really test the 85 level. But for me, whenever this happens, the Bollinger Band, okay, the red candle, okay, closes here below the lower band, and the blue candle, which is a which closes the next day, well, above the red candle, and then small correction takes place all the way up. So what I expect is that similar pattern here, similar pattern here as well, to have a short move to 93 level or 92 level, at least 92 level, and then maybe if the US dollar scenario is continue to be bearish, then we can see a further downside in this pair, and I don't think it will be anywhere lower than 85. I think 85 is gonna be the strong spot, and 85 might turn out to be bullish reversal for a dollar, because I don't think that this pair is anywhere good in that area, which is below 85. There's gonna be hurt Swiss economy really bad. So I think whoever want to go along on Swiss dollar, I think this is the right time. You split your positions. You just buy at this time now. You wait for it to go up, and if at all it falls down, buy the rest half of your position. So and then just aim towards 1.2 by the end of the year or so. So what I think is that this pair, because it's closely related to this one, guys, the dollar index. If you see, I previously thought the same as well. The Japanese yen, the yen dollar pair, as well as the US index, they are correlated. So similarly the Swiss dollar as well. So if you see it here, it's trading at the lower band as well, and it's bouncing, trying to bounce above this, because we can see it's kind of a doji here. Did you see this doji? And this doji was formed, if I had to load down this one for 6 months, you can see here. So this doji formation, and here you can see the doji formation. So if the candle closes above this doji, that means we're gonna kind of this is, I think this can be called as something like a morning star as well, after this close above this. So patterns are kind of turning out to be bullish. So what I'm expecting is that we might have some kind of a reversal in this pair, and we would see some good trading opportunities being can be capitalized on this, and can target 92 area, and then take half of your positions if at all it reaches 92, because there could be a downside correction if at all that move is a corrective, or if that move is a reversal. So similar pattern here, okay. So if the candle closes above this doji formation, then we might see a bullish continuation, or a correction, or a reversal, depending on this week's FOMC meeting, and as well as some of the key data coming out of the US and Euro. So we move on to the next pair, guys, and you come back to my video. I will be talking about the Kiwi dollar pair there. So have a good luck, traders.